Okay, so today for Naptime Millionaire, today is September 22nd. I am working on my business that I work 3 days out of the week, 2 hours out of the day, which is nap time for me. Although my kids are not doing nap time right now, I'm working on my financial services business that I offer specifically to hairstylists. I'm very niched, and I do bookkeeping services. I do insurance, property casualty, and life insurance. I also do consulting based off of what I know, my expertise, and soon to be tax services. Now, these are things that you can do during nap time. You don't have to run your business every day. You don't have to run it 9 to 5. You don't. If you have a good background and you know how to price your services properly, you can make really good money 3 days a week during nap time, however many days you want to work. But if all you have is nap time, 2 hours max, 2 to 3 hours max, you can do a lot. So, for instance, bookkeeping. So, with bookkeeping, the certifications are free. You can get the certification through QuickBooks, Pro Advisor. Um, it's free. You have to take an exam and study, or you can go through a company like Intuit. Intuit has a free bookkeeping academy and a free tax academy where you can learn basic. Uh oh, you okay? Get up. Where you can learn basic taxes, how to do personal taxes, and they also have courses on there where you can do business taxes and learn that. Now, with Intuit, you have the opportunity to get a job with them, possibly if there's openings once you do their certifications. Also, with their tax classes. Let me look this up really quick while I'm gonna log into mine. Okay, so with Intuit, you have tax level one, you have bookkeeping courses, you have, it's called tax preparation, Intuit bookkeeping certification, and tax level one. So you also have tax level two, crypto taxes, equity compensation tax, business tax, tax planning strategies, QuickBooks products you can learn, QuickBooks sales you can also learn. And with all of these certifications, you can either take it to possibly get an opportunity to get a job with them, or you can take these courses to start a side gig. And these types of companies are always in need. They're always going to be needed by business owners. You cannot go wrong with that. You're going to always need somebody who needs taxes done. You file your own taxes every year, and think about your experience. Bookkeeping for a business, you're always going to need that. It's also good to know to manage your personal finances, because that's all bookkeeping is. It's just managing your money and knowing where it goes and having the records to show that. So you apply that to personal and business. So if you get a bookkeeping certification and you're good, you can offer it to business owners, but you can also start teaching, I don't know, personal budgeting as well. Um, So there are two different routes that you can take with this, which is really good. And this is called Intuit Academy. I'm going to show you guys in a second. This is flexible. You can learn on your own time and take the exam on your own time, get the certification in your own time. Um, so start with the goal of during the nap time, you're going to take, let's just say, tax level one. It says it's 18 hours. It's free. And this is what you'll learn. And then you do this during your nap time or whenever you got the kids at the park or whatever. But you do have to do a lot of reading and stuff like that. So you need some quiet time. But you can turn this into a tax business part time. Bookkeeping, you can turn into, this is the basics. You can turn that into a business. Tax preparation, you can turn that into, so there's so many opportunities here. And this is an industry that is never going to go anywhere. It's Intuit Academy. And I suggest that you go there and you take a look. Myself, I'm current, even though I'm already certified in tax level one and tax preparation, I'm going to take their business tax course. I used to work with another company. I also used to work with this company doing payroll support, because I have my pro advisor certification, where that's learning the QuickBooks software, and you take the exam and you pass. I actually just did my recertification. I've had it now for probably about 2 years or 3 years. And It got me a job with them last year. So can learn so much. They have certifications to learn payroll. You always have business owners who want to learn how to put themselves on payroll, how to manage payroll, how to pay themselves, especially if they are individual. They are like independent business owners. They want to know about payroll. You're always going to need taxes. You're always going to need bookkeeping. You cannot go wrong with this type of business. And I call it Naptime Millionaire because you can run this business for the 2 to 3 hours per day if that's all you have to give. And you set your prices properly, you can do that too. So for my training and things that I've read and taken over the years when it comes to like bookkeeping, the average price that you want to charge for bookkeeping is $75 per hour. So if you have, once you get it down, like bookkeeping, you understand it, you learn how to set up, you learn how to clean up, you learn how to reconcile, you learn how to get a profit and loss statement and be able to go over that with a client, and that's all that they need. You can charge $75 per hour. I'm talking so fast, y'all, because I'm excited about this. $75 per hour. So imagine in those 3 hours, if you have 3 clients, because you've gotten that good, you can work on each client for 1 hour. You are now making $75 per hour for each one of those clients. Now, not saying that it takes, it may take you an hour for one client, but once you get them set up and going and you get the ease of doing transactions and reconciling, it takes less time than that. Then you can add more clients. So say you have 3 clients at $75 per hour at 3 hours per week. You're at $225 per client, and that's times 3. You're at $675 for 3 clients for the week, and you charge them $225 each. So you know how much time it takes. You know how much work it takes, like depending on what their books look like, which is why you would look over it first before you even offer your service. But minimum, you want to be charging $75 per hour. So the possibilities are endless. You just have to have the confidence, the training, the practice, and you're on your way to becoming a Naptime Millionaire. And remember, Naptime Millionaire is not just about money and having financial freedom, but it's about time freedom. It's about emotional wealth. It's about mental wealth, being able to provide for your children, travel. You can set up these businesses and you can travel all over the world. You just need a laptop. So that's my goal. My goal is to set up these businesses where I can pull my kids out of school, I can homeschool, we can travel, and I can just open my computer for 1 to 2 hours, 3 days out of the week, and I'm working on my clients' things, and I'm done, and I have the rest of the time to do that, and knowing that I have the financial freedom, and I can go do all of the things, take my girls shopping. We do mommy Ulta Sephora trips, and all of the good things that we want to provide for ourselves and our children. So this is one business that you can do, and you can find all of this information right in Intuit Academy. All of these certifications are free, and it can either lead you into a job opportunity, and you can get that information on the website, or side gig. You can start a business. I wouldn't even call it a side gig. You're starting a business that you can run. So if you love numbers, and you may be a person where you feel like, oh, I don't really like numbers. I used to be the same way. I used to be so intimidated by numbers. I feel like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. And now I love it because numbers tell a story. They tell a story. They tell a story of the business. They just being able to get that insight about the business and their numbers, and just helping them get things in order is so fulfilling. You're able to serve business owners in that way. And just imagine it being somebody like you, where it's like, oh my God, I'm a business owner. I don't know how to set up payroll. I need bookkeeping. I need my finances organized. Oh my God, I need to file my taxes. All business owners need this. So you cannot go wrong with this type of business. So check out Intuit Academy. Look at all the courses. Look at what will work for you. Look at how you can niche down and speak to a specific industry. Maybe you already have a background in an industry that you've worked in the past. So for me, an example would be childcare. And my mom ran a daycare for many years from when I was very young. I mean, very, very young. I now have children who are the age, when she started her daycare. And I know the ins and outs of that because I've worked with my mom. I've seen everything for many years. So you can go offer bookkeeping, tax preparation, all of these things to daycares. Or you may have a background in education. You may have a background, you know what you know, right? So you can go and be able to use the language and even talk to these professionals because you know it and you know what they need. You can now offer your services to them in a part-time way, but making very full-time money. So that's that. And that's our Naptime Millionaire tip of the day, because this is what I'm currently doing and working on. And I will share as I go along how it's going for me. So stay tuned. I'll be back with more tips and ideas and things like that. And thank you for watching Naptime Millionaire.